On this episode of Clean Living,
Woo!
Tosca puts the bounce in fitness and gets us in shape
Press up.
with some simple items that you'll find around the home. Then, the Newman family reveals how they completely transformed their lives by cutting out sugar.
Within 6 weeks of cutting out processed food and sugar, things just completely turned around for me.
And later,
I could finger feed it to you. Do you want that?
Tosca cooks up easy, tasty, mouth-watering meals without sugar.
Was there any sugar in anything we made on this table? So oh yeah, you can't talk. Okay, you just keep going. Hey there, I'm Tosca Reno, best-selling author behind Your Best Body Now, and inventor of the Eat Clean movement. I picked myself up and transformed my body from overweight to strong and fit at the age of 40. If that wasn't enough of a personal challenge, I lost my stepson, and shortly after, my beloved husband. I was devastated. In my mid-50s, I've taken control once again, and I'm rebuilding my life. Now, I want to help you embrace a healthier, fitter, well-balanced life, just like I'm doing, no matter what your age. So, let's get started. Yeah, there we're talking about. Woohoo! All right. Here we go. Hello. Let's get the heart rate up a little bit. Woo. Welcome to Clean Living, everyone. I'm Tosca Reno, and I want to empower you today to reach a new level of health and well-being, to help you get fit without it being frightening. I want to help you transform your lives by eating clean and cutting out that one nasty ingredient known as sugar. Yeah, I can hear people saying it behind me. Awesome. Eating too much sugar, unfortunately, has been linked to numerous diseases, including metabolic syndrome, cancer, and I know too much about that, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes type 2 and 3. Yes, there's diabetes of the brain. There's memory loss and even premature aging, and nobody wants that, right? All right, but an effective way to manage blood glucose levels is through exercise. And you're not here to sit around. We are going to do some exercise. When we make our muscles move, whatever we do, moving our muscles, it makes the muscles cry out for glucose or blood sugar. And that, if you can picture a piece of bread, soaks up gravy. Our muscles soak up that circulating blood sugar. So this helps keep glucose from turning into fat, 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 and more fat. So let's get you all moving with the bottles of water you're going to find underneath your seats. This is something we can all find at home, and something like a water bottle can be a very cost-effective way to help you get fit. You can fill it with water, sand, rice, salt, whatever you want, but I'm going to find somebody who's going to help me demonstrate an important way to exercise. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I see somebody here who's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your name, hon?
My name's Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. I'm
Hi.
Tosca.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Thanks for coming out. Now,
Thanks.
I'm going to have to borrow your water bottles. Is that okay? Because I don't have any. All right. So I like to work out my arms and my shoulders, mostly because I'm going to be doing this in the summer, wearing what you're wearing, showing off those delts and those arms. And women shouldn't be afraid about putting on too much muscle. Training is a good thing. So we're going to run through a little shoulder arm workout. Ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First exercise, shoulder presses. Everybody do it with me. All right. So I want you to put the water bottles just over your shoulders. I see a lot of people putting their water bottles in front of them. Think about the muscle you're trying to train. That would be your delt muscle, or you're trying to not bop somebody in the head, right? I know. All right. Keep those bottles over the deltoid muscles and press up. You don't need to lock out. And then come down again. And press up, and then come down again. So we're doing shoulder presses. Keep going, Simon says. Excellent. All right, let's change to bicep curls. Where's the biceps? Right
here.
These are these big, squishy muscles, right? I squeezed Arnold's. They are big and squishy. I mean, very big. All right, so what I'd like you to do a correct bicep curl is to tuck your elbows into your waist like that, and hold the bottles in front of you. And now slowly curl up. Don't throw the bottles up or the weight if you're using a heavier weight. The reason for that is because you're not getting the full value of the exercise. You want to really fully contract the bicep muscles. Having fun yet? Anybody getting sweaty? Awesome. All right. Final exercise I like to do is what's called a Cuban rotation. This musculature in the shoulder is very complex. The rotator cuff is easily injured with exercise. So I want you to just hang the water bottles down like that. I call it the hello, goodbye exercise. And just flip your water bottles up and down. It's like, hello, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. This is loads of fun. All right, so this is a Cuban rotation. I know we're having to do it a little bit squishy, but this is all about working the shoulders. Thank you, sir, for the water bottles. Now you get 4. Thank you so much for showing us those exercises, and thanks, everybody, for demonstrating with me. All right. So, ladies, don't be afraid about training your arms, ladies. We want to have some definition. We want to have some musculature. That makes us look lean and strong and fit, and it shows we're committed to our health and wellness. We're never going to get big and bulky like Arnold. Don't worry. All right. And I'm going to make my way over to another station over here and introduce another guest. Hello. Here you are. I'm Tosca. How are you?
Good. How are
Hi,
you?
Katie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. So you see something dangerous in front of you.
Yeah.
Those are little mini trampolines. Have you ever done any trampoline work?
No.
No. Okay, well, today's your big day.
Okay.
All right, I discovered trampoline work 3 years ago and found that it is an ideal way to shrink my cardiovascular work effort. If I only have 15 minutes, I can spend 15 minutes on that trampoline, jumping like mad and sweating up a storm, and it's like running a 5K. You ready to try?
Sure.
All right, come on with me. Take your step down here. And let's get you up here first.
Okay.
Good job. Now, the first thing I want you to do is we're just going to turn you around and spread your feet. All right, and do exactly as I do. I can hold your hand if you want. And
Okay.
how we're going to start is just rocking.
Okay.
Rock, just to get the feeling, because the ground is moving under your feet. And you feel your hips and your knees are loose and light and moving. You can add a little.
Sort of.
Make it sexy. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. And what we're going to do is we're just going to softly bend the knees. Don't let your feet leave the tramp yet.
Okay.
All right. This is where, ladies, your bladder has to be empty. So while you're jumping now, how do you feel?
Good.
Deeper. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Come on. Let's fly. Now, turn around. Look at me.
Yeah.
Let's march. March.
March?
March.
Okay.
March. 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 Move your arms
Okay.
like you're walking. Woo! Are you getting sweaty yet?
No, yes.
Yes, a little bit.
Absolutely
All right.
sweaty.
So, ladies, we all like to trim away from the middle of our waists, and gentlemen do too. So we're going to do the wash machine. Wash, 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 wash. Twist, twist, twist. You can do this. You can make it harder by adding ankle weights or arm weights and really go crazy. Now, you can imagine how fun this is when the tunes are blasting, your hair is flying. You can't be in a bad mood, right? So, this builds your, not only balance, your core. Can you feel your core muscles moving? I'm gonna feel you. Let me feel. Oh yeah, core's moving. Does amazing things for the backside, for your legs, for your metabolism. It also helps to stimulate your lymphatic system, so you're getting rid of a lot of gunk. Not actually visually right now, but these are good outcomes. All right, when we get back, we're gonna have an amazing transformational story about a couple who has cut out sugar from their diets and literally changed their lives. You won't want to miss it when we get back.
Next, you truly won't believe what cutting out sugar did for this one family.
I was told that I probably wouldn't have another couple of years to live, so it was just important that I change everything that I had control over.
Tosca's transformation from obese at 204 pounds to fit and lean has triggered a revolution of change not only for herself, but for countless others.
Welcome back, everyone. Now I'm going to introduce you to this family that has undergone a complete health and wellness transformation simply by cutting out sugar from their diets. This is an incredible, life-changing story of how Lynn and Mark Newman embraced clean living as a lifetime commitment and not just a fad. It's literally changed their lives. Take a look.
I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, so it affected my ability to conceive. I had 2 miscarriages. Then I decided to sort of do like an overhaul on my diet and lifestyle. Within 6 weeks of adopting, eating more vegetables and cutting out processed food and sugar, things just completely turned around for me. I had irritable bowel syndrome as well, and that completely cleared. My skin cleared up, and my cycles started to become regular, and I was ovulating, and then I was able to conceive and maintain pregnancy.
It wasn't until she was pregnant, I was diagnosed with malignant melanoma.
It looks like you have cancer.
Doctors told me that my cancer was very aggressive and I probably had a couple of years. But when I was given my diagnosis and the prognosis, that's when I really knew that I needed to make changes, and I made them quite quick. I realized the severity of it. After seeing what Lynn had done with her health and how quickly she had turned it around, diet and lifestyle were the first things that I tackled. One of the biggest beasts for cancer is sugar, so it was very important for me to try and limit that as much as I could. I started to notice that the excess weight fell off, energy levels were better, my skin cleared up. I guess it's hard at this point to attribute what that's done to my cancer. I'm still dealing with the disease, but I'm now 5 years out from diagnosis. So whether or not they want to attribute diet and lifestyle to that is their opinion, but I believe that it's done a lot of good for me.
Thank you so much, Lynn and Mark, for sharing your incredible story. Wow, it really is heartwarming and dramatic, the things you've done to change your lives. And I wondered if you could share with us a little bit about what was that crystallizing moment when you decided, all right, enough of this diet, let's get the sugar out. Tell me about that, Mark.
Well, for me, it was the diagnosis. I was told that I probably wouldn't have another couple of years to live, so it was just important that I change everything that I had control over, and diet and my lifestyle was the one thing that I could take a hold of from day one.
It's hard to ignore the facts when they're right there in front of you, right?
Yeah,
What about you, Lynn?
I had slowly made changes, but then once I lost my 2 pregnancies, then and I understood the mind-body connection, then I just completely, went into the cupboards, took everything out, put everything back in, and ate vegetables in the morning, and
A pantry raid of a different kind.
Yes.
So all the sugar out, and did you find it difficult? Because people do ask me all the time, you say to quit eating sugar, how do you do that? Did you find it difficult to cut it out?
For me, because I had a purpose,
Yes.
I was focused and I was clear in what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Certainly after, now that we have little kids and, I see the value and the importance of eating healthy and having a healthy lifestyle. So the hardest part is just more when we're at grandparents' house or holidays,
Always.
birthday parties,
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
And today you have something pretty powerful, the both of you, to show for your efforts, because it is a commitment to make that effort to get the sugar out, to identify what it is, and then to be able to realize something so amazing as, well, you tell, you have.
Two beautiful little girls.
Which, I mean, how do you argue with the results like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think your story is incredibly inspirational. Lynn and Mark, what a story. Everyone can take a note from your page. It's amazing. All right, after the break, we're going to have an interesting cooking segment about how you can actually cook without sugar. I think you know how to do that when we get back.
When we come back,
And we need to eat good quality fats, and we need to get the sugar out.
Tosca cooks up 3 tasty meals without any sugar that will make your mouth water.
Is that not good?
Discover the magic of eating clean by learning the lifestyle straight from the Eat Clean queen who pioneered the movement herself.
Welcome back. Sugar is not a food. Newsflash. Yep. It's an ingredient, and one that should bear, in my mind, a danger warning. It's an ingredient used in most of today's engineered foods to impart flavor. However, never has there been an ingredient that has caused so much damage to human health. The trick is to learn where sugar, in all its forms, lives in your diet, while at the same time learning how to prepare delicious and nutritious foods without it. Yes, it's possible. And that's something we're going to do right now. I have beside me a victim, no, another guest, and he's going to help me demonstrate some of these delicious meals in the kitchen. And what's your name, sir?
Alwyn.
Alwyn, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come with me, step into my kitchen. All right. And I hope you don't mind. You don't have an apron, but we're going to get a little dirty, mix some things up.
All right.
Is that okay? So rather than making a traditional pancake in which a normal serving of 2 pancakes has about 10 grams of sugar, that's, you're almost halfway through your World Health Organization recommended daily amount. I recommend 0, but that's different. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've used, instead of regular flour, I've used almond meal. This is gluten-free and very strong in paleo diets, and I want you to add some eggs. Now, I like to use a full egg. I want the fat from the yolk, and I want the white as well, better for digestion.
Add the whole thing?
Yeah, you can dump that right in. Give it a stir. And we're also going to put in now this is unsweetened applesauce, and apples already are sweet enough, plus they have plenty of fiber, so this is going to be our sweet factor. So this is what the almond meal pancakes are going to come out of the pan looking like. They're beautiful little dollar-sized pancakes, and I add a dollop of full fat, lots of fat, plain yogurt. You don't see any berries or fruit in there. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
That's your batter, right? And you can put some sweet fruit on that, like naturally sweet berries of any kind. Expensive in the wintertime, perhaps. You can grab some frozen fruit and cook up a nice warm sauce. I like to start my day with a little bit of warmth in my belly, and there you go. Now, if you want to put some sweetener on, a little extra, you can either a little drizzle of honey or natural maple syrup. Love that Canadian maple syrup. And this is your breakfast. You've got your protein, your fat. You don't have a heavy, unwanted load of sugar. How about that?
That's good. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to have too many of those?
You can have this situation where you can eat clean foods and eat too many clean foods. And I have seen people actually gain weight, which is unwanted weight, by eating too many of the healthy things. So we still have to keep our portion sizes in mind, and you don't need to eat 10 pancakes. This will actually leave you feeling quite full. Good question. I see I'm going to get my test here, Mr. Alwyn. All right. So here's another. Do you like pasta sauce?
I do.
And pasta and all that good stuff? Okay. So what we don't want is that additional hit of sugar. And most commercially prepared tomato sauces, unfortunately, contain as much as a half cup to a cup of sugar to 4 cups of sauce, which is, in my mind, way too much sugar for anybody. So I make my own sauce, and we do that very simply by combining. What I'm going to get you to do is take, what's this? This is sweet potato. Do you like sweet potato?
I do.
Big in the bodybuilding world, big in the fitness world, great for energy, naturally sweet, plant-based food that you can use as a sweetener for your sauce. So here we go. You can take that and add it to I've already got a beautiful tomato sauce prepared where I've added shallots, garlic, fresh tomato. You can use canned tomatoes as well. Use the whole ones, you get the better fruit. Tomato is a fruit. And you add this to the sauce, the sweet potato, and now you have a sweeter, nice and orange pasta sauce, which you can then, you don't have to put it all in, you're good there. You're doing an awesome job. And then we can ladle that over our noodles, and you have this delicious tasting, richly flavored pasta sauce, but it's not full of sugar. So why do we care that we want sugar in pasta sauce? Well, first of all, it shouldn't be sweet, but we also want to be able to get the good energy out of the tomatoes and the natural vegetables that we put in there. I often add carrots to my sauce, shallots, and the rest of it, so you're getting a big nutritional load of goodness. Do you want to put that on there? Just a little bit. Also keep in mind portions for pasta and the sauce on top. We need about a cup of sauce to about a half cup of noodles. And there you go, you have your sauce. Now, I would like to get you to taste it, but I can't.
I was just going to ask you that.
I could finger feed it to you. Do you want that? All
Take what I can get.
All right, here we go. For TV only, for your eyes only. Good job, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now we're going to move on over here, and I'm going to tell you a little story here. One of the biggest myths with regard to weight loss, and people are always trying to do this, is thinking that foods that are labeled fat-free and sugar-free are really not. In fact, most of those foods are actually keeping you heavy and keeping you eating more sugar than you need. We need to embrace fat. It's a healthy part of our diet, and we need to eat good quality fats, and we need to get the sugar out. One of these foods that tricks us up all the time are granola bars. We think these are great because they're something we can grab in a hurry, and we sometimes don't check the labels. Unfortunately, a granola bar as small as that, which would never hold me, I would be hungry after I eat that, has anywhere from 12 to 16 grams of sugar. That is a big dose of sugar. We like the sweet factor, but it's too much. So let's make our own. In this bowl, I'm going to get you to add for me, we can use a spatula actually. So I have toasted up some oats and some flax and chia, wheat germ. I've got some dried fruit. You can see some sour cherries from Michigan. They're gorgeous. And some, whatever. You can basically do granola any way you want without the sugar. And we're going to add, my sweet factor is apple butter, which is, all it is apples, no additional sugar, with a little bit of honey or maple syrup. You can use either as your sweetener. You can pour that in there. And we're going to make granola bars out of this so that when we're on our way to work, in a hurry, we can take these with us. Good job. And then for a little bit of glue, because we have to hold it together, we want some natural peanut butter, so you can grab that spatula. You're doing an awesome job. And then I'm going to get you to mix that up. And so here we go. Here is a delicious, while you're doing that, do you want to sample that for me? There's your completed granola bar. Now, is that not good? Did you see me put any sugar in there?
Nope.
Was there any sugar in anything we made on this table? So oh yeah, you can't talk. Okay, you just keep going. So my point is proven that you can cook delicious and nutritious meals without the additional damage done by refined processed sugar. We can leave them completely out and depend on other ingredients to bring in that sweet factor. So you can see that it's easy to cook sugar-free. Find these delicious recipes on our website at the bottom of this screen. And when we get back, learn more about my Renolution.
After the break, Tosca's Renolution will make you think twice about eating any more of the sweet stuff.
Today, we have identified the foe, that ingredient that hides in virtually everything we eat. We are beginning to learn that sugar is a killer. This is where our power lies, identifying it, learning how to substitute with whole, clean foods, and healing ourselves. I'm Tosca Reno, and I hope today's show will help you make that decision for a clean living lifestyle. See you all next time.
Win prizes and your own personal workout with Tosca Reno by joining our studio audience at rsvp@zoomermedia.ca.